Last year, we didn't have a good Christmas because we had have no money. We used the banana as a Christmas.
By now, we are only fighting the hunger.
As a farmer, you struggle to succeed, not to fail.
When you as a parent sees your child not satisfied, complaining, you feel hurt.
You know, if you have enough food for the family, you can just make some improvement.
So I hope I will get more bags and I will have enough food for my family, as well as I will have some to sell.
Farming, it's not just a profession. It's a way in which you lift people out of poverty by policies of support, access to new technologies, political will, holding our leaders accountable for change, and mobilizing our own people from the grassroots to demand from us what it takes for them to access these technologies and change their lives.
My group is Amua. Amua is to decide what to do.
We have to get our priorities right. And we have to have stable governments. Once we have those, the sky is the limit.
We have decided to move from misery to Canaan.
Canaan, the Old Testament land of milk and honey, a place of abundance, the land of deliverance. Deliverance has been a very long time coming for the farmers of Amua. Struggling with poor soils, tired seeds, and fickle rains, the farmers of Amua had decided to follow a project designed by a group of American social entrepreneurs to help them grow more food, defeat their persistent hunger, and raise incomes.
Very simple interventions: seed, fertilizer, training, harvest market access. These are the things that allow a farmer to grow their own way out of poverty.
Look, it's not a magic bullet. It's not a question of one shoe fits all. It's a question of looking for ways to feed the world.
Leonida Wanyama has embarked on a journey of deliverance, a 21st century exodus. To go, as she says, from the misery of the life of an African farmer to the land of milk and honey. For her, that land is one in which she can afford the school fees for all of her children and to be able to feed her family throughout the year.
When Acre Fund seed came, I found that I planted very well.
It's just a miracle.
Because I had not seen since
It's just a miracle.
Francis Mamati is a fount of much wisdom and experience. He intends to farm every last inch of his land. If there is a bit of flat soil between the rocks, he is there with his hoe, preparing for planting. He knows there is much work to do if Africa's farmers are to increase their yields and stop the crying of hungry children across the continent.
You know, farming in Kenya is backbone to our country. Food, clothes, maybe sending them to school. Yeah. So if you don't have such a money to help your family, that is poverty.
A new member of One Acre Fund, Zipporah Biketi, is desperate to try anything new that will increase her harvest. She and her husband and children live in a small hut with a thatched roof that leaks when it rains. Her youngest, 2-year-old David, is often sick and shows all the signs of malnourishment.
You know, I'm regretting now I could have joined One Acre Fund the other year. Because by now I'll be having food in my home. And you know, the money I could be getting by now, it could be doing some other things.
Her hunger season began before Christmas. She must buy her maize, paying ever-increasing prices. As the prices increase, her purchases decrease, and the number of meals shrink. she is hoping for nothing less than a miracle. Smart and ambitious, Rozoa Wasiki looks at farming as a business. How can she turn her major asset, her maize harvest, into an investment for the future? She sold 10 bags of her previous harvest and bought a young cow. That cow is the education fund for her oldest son, Tim.
It's my savings, and in the other way, it can provide me with milk.
As income accumulates, she hopes to open a little shop next to her house and sell everyday necessities like soap, paraffin, salt, and sugar to all those who pass by.
I think we have a great opportunity to demonstrate to Africa and Africans the power of agricultural sciences, and then we will be ready for the second cycle of revolution.
Leonida and her neighbors sought assurance and inspiration in the scriptures. Will their prayers for deliverance be answered?
I think we live at a tipping point in Africa today, and the future generation absolutely demand better from us in this current generation.
Let's have a circle of protection around these programs, these programs that help the poorest of the poor.
This is the story of a year in their uncertain journey, from misery to their long hoped-for prosperity. It is the story of Africa's farmers. It is the story of Africa herself.
Aya, amuda kusabira kono.